Welcome to Switzerland. Isn't that absolutely amazing? And I love the sound of the cowbells. Well, this inspires me to do a video on some money saving tips in Switzerland. When you're in Switzerland, you have to know that Switzerland is one of the most expensive places on this planet. Unfortunately, that is not a myth, that is a reality. But this shouldn't prevent you from traveling to Switzerland. But there's a few things that you can do to actually save some money when you're here, and that will help out your wallet. So the first thing that you may want to consider is taking the train when you travel around Switzerland. The train is a cost-effective option, and it allows you to pretty much go anywhere in Switzerland. If you do that, you may want to travel with the regional trains. Regional trains are less expensive. If you end up traveling a lot in Switzerland, you may want to think about the half-fare pass, which is a card that you can get for about $130, which allows you to get all the tickets, the train tickets, for half fare. And that pass is available for 1 month or 1 year, but usually you only need it for 1 month if you're traveling here. And it's a real money saver, because it doesn't only allow you to save money on trains, but also on some of the cable cars, which you definitely want to do when you come to Switzerland. One thing you definitely want to avoid in Switzerland is to take taxis. Taxis are super expensive, and you don't really need them, because the public transportation system is so good. With buses and trains, you can pretty much go anywhere. If you end up taking your car, you'll have to get a badge, a vignette, which is valid for 1 year for all the Swiss autobahns. And that is a requirement, and you cannot go on an autobahn, a Swiss highway, without that vignette. If you take the car, you also have to fill up on gas. And what I found is that the gas prices in Switzerland vary significantly from canton to canton. And so you may want to shop around a little bit and check out online where you can get the best prices. I'm not sure whether there's a gas buddy type of app in Switzerland, but I'm sure you can get an idea of the prices in different parts of the country, and that will save you significant money on gas. In Switzerland, the tax for the gas is included in the gas price, I believe, so the gas tends to be a little bit more expensive than in other places like Austria or Germany. Another money-saving tip is to avoid eating out in restaurants. I mean, Swiss restaurants are really delicious, and it's hard to do that, but at the same time they're also super expensive. So if you want to save a little bit of money, one thing you can do is you can picnic, and there's lots of really nice options for picnics in Switzerland. And the way you do that is you just go in a supermarket like a Co-op or Migros, and you buy the food that you like, sandwiches or pasta or chicken, and you take that with you, and that's a really cost-effective option to avoid restaurants. Sticking with food, one thing you want to do is you want to avoid the super expensive Swiss chocolate. And you know, while it's of course delicious, all the chocolate in Switzerland is delicious. So there are some really cost-effective options for chocolate lovers, and those are usually the non-branded chocolates. You can find them also at Migros or Co-op, and they cost a fraction of the brand chocolates, and they're just as yummy. A real money-saving tip for food in Switzerland is to buy your groceries at Aldi or Lidl. They both exist now also in the US. You may even know some of their products already. Another tip for saving money in Switzerland is to not buy water. You really don't need to buy bottled water in Switzerland because the tap water is of fantastic quality, and you can pretty much anywhere you go you find some really nice water. As far as I know, there is no Uber in Switzerland, so that is not an option. But of course there's Airbnb, so for hotel rooms and apartments and places to stay, that's clearly a great option, and usually cheaper than the high-end hotels. Sometimes local hotels also have some decent prices, so check those out too. Another way to save some money on hotel rooms is to buy last minute. So at last minute you can get some really decent prices for hotel beds, and you just have to be spontaneous with that. If you want to get a fondue experience, you may want to also consider to get a ready-made fondue, which you can also buy in Migros and Co-op. It's probably not the real deal, because of course those are pre-packaged food items, but you know, I like them. I think they're nice. Alright, my video is now being interrupted by some cows that are in my way. Let me see how I'm going to do that one. All right. That's nice. So as a last tip, there's a lot of stuff that is free in Switzerland, believe it or not. And what's really free is the beautiful nature that the Swiss can be so proud of. And you know, all the hikes and the walks that you can do, of course you don't have to pay anything for that. And those are usually the highlights of a vacation and travel in Switzerland. The same goes for swimming in lakes, unless you go into a Seebad, like an official swimming pool by the lake. Swimming is for free, and you can really enjoy that, if you can muster the cold water, of course. All right, those are some of my money saving tips for Switzerland. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment below for additional tips that you may have for money saving tips in Switzerland. And check out my other videos in Switzerland as well. There's so much to explore in this beautiful country. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so down below and hit that notification bell so you get notified about latest updates of my new videos. And I hope I see you in the next video. Have a good one. Bye bye.